First, meditation. This is the meditation that changed my life. This is the meditation that brought coherence to the chaos. This is a meditation that you can build on in so many different ways in the pattern of the key ring. I want you to be ready to make note of anything unusual. Here's the premise. As you go through the meditation, things that are unusual with any particular chakra are the communication of your spirit. Boom, you know that that chakra is an important theme for you to look at. And thus, we're all doing the same meditation, but everybody can get individual insight and blessing. Find your center, if you will. If you know the yoga movements, you're always invited to do them at the same time, but I won't guide them. Feel gravity. As soon as you do, let go of ways in which you might be resisting gravity. Find your breath. Find it. Don't change it yet. Watch it. Invariably, it will want to go deeper. Follow. Help. Heart. Focus on breathing and your heart. 2 fingers above the base of the sternum here. This bone that connects the ribs. You can touch if it helps. Think of chakras like a little bit of wild flowing energies. The focus point, the access point on the front of your body that you sense, pulls the chakra to focus on that point as well. It's not the chakra, it's energy from the chakra. And by connecting to your chakra here, you actually assert the greatest influence in this dance, because the chakra might want to tell you something else. And if it doesn't come into coherence with your attention, that's important information. There's so much to unveil about why it's not coming into coherence. At first, just register. Yes or no? Can you focus it? Then you go through all 12 and you find which can you focus, which can't you. Oof, that's a lot of information. And keep deepening in the heart. Intentionally drawing out the breaths, lingering with the full breath, waiting with an empty breath until the lungs really want to draw in a deeper drink. And feeling the back of your chest, breathing into balance, the front and back of your chest. And then shifting to your crown. immediately be curious and subtle. Be breathed. I usually have to have a much shallower breath at first to stay focused on my crown. It's an act of surrender. Stop trying to be strong for a little bit. Tune into the vibe of divine connection. It can be this simple if you let it. My subtle connection stays present and it gets a little deeper, but it's deeper in a new rhythm. Now I can really get a deeper breath in. Don't take it unless you can while you stay aware of the vibe at the top of your crown. And if you can't focus easily, touch. And you're making note of anything unusual in thought, in vision, in feeling. Your throat, your throat. Ocean. It's a breath that helps you feel your neck. You use it to stay focused here. You use it to dissolve tension all the way around. And it starts to draw attention from around your body. It's really good at that. And draws it and focuses it, changes it. This is where you're beginning to assert the presence of the divine energy you felt in your crown. So you're ready to communicate it into the world. And you do that first through presencing it. Now I'm feeling my crown really strong. It's fine if the last chakra keeps, it's great. But you just also want to feel this one. And I go real subtle. I felt a shift and I'm following it. Really nice. And I'm moving my attention down to my sacral chakra. Breathing into my hips, sensing them in relation to each other. Breathing into my lower back. Letting waves reach down into the pelvic floor and allowing everything else in my body to respect this circle. And you're learning about you with the theme of the chakra. You're presuming that focusing on this place, bringing in the color, opens you to insight on these themes. And that insight might be an unusual awareness of tensions or emptiness, a vision, or words that make clear a message your spirit has to give you about this part of you. And we shift the nose tip. I find a breath without pauses helps me stay focused here. So you don't pause the full and empty breath. We're shifting. It's like entering a new dimension each time. Relaxing the circle around the back of your skull, across your cheeks. The chakra retunes you to the weather of today, not just from the world, but from within yourself. What is special about now that you need? And you reveal this to yourself and you remember it. You cherish what you learn this way. I don't do this every day. And I'm shifting down to my solar plexus, using my abdomen to help me focus here. Sometimes I keep it tense until I've got the focus down. And then I release it and re-tense until I've got the focus down, and then I don't try as much. Oh, color. I'm seeing color that draws my attention to things that don't belong here. So I just make note of it. I don't need to process it now. But I allow my breath to help me. I say, breath, move this in the ways that are needed. Sometimes the meditation itself does so much of the work. Wow. All right, then. So I make note of what I learn and move to the diamond eye. This one can be real subtle. It's often different. It's often on a different set of frequencies than everything else. So to shift into it can be frustrating. You have to let go of your attention where it's been. I pull my forehead down a little. I tip my head forward a little in rhythm to try to sense here. I just touched here and I couldn't feel it because I've been so strong with energy elsewhere. So now I'm like scratching it with my fingernail. There we go. Now I can maintain that. And I'm learning and I'm learning. And I shift down to the lungs. Center, lift, use my breath to relax my shoulders down. Register for sensations, then what they mean. I get answers quickly. I note it. Use my breath. What can the breath change? If the breath can change it, that tells you a lot about how entrenched it might be. When you encounter something that doesn't shift with your attention and your breath, that's a deeper theme that's going to take more attention this week. It's enough. Move down to the root. That's the fastest I've tuned to my root in a long time. It's just right here. That's great. Present with my root. Engage the lock. Fill the belly, tuck the tail in rhythm. Do what you need to be present here to open it. You'll find it's very common to be sitting or standing in a way that kinks your root, the passage of energy from below up into you. Open this and trust yourself to learn with whatever it brings to light. Energy flushes your system and enlivens everything that's in you, including your dysfunctions. And the prayer is to be willing to enliven your dysfunctions so you can see them and heal them. embrace the confidence that it takes to make that normal. Chin. Loosen your jaw, breathe through an open mouth. Do what it takes to focus here. Study the 12 essential breathing exercises. They correlate to the chakras. Very helpful. You can watch how thoughts will presence you with your intention to focus on a chakra or take you away from it. Phenomenal way to filter your thoughts. You can notice when a thought draws you out of a chakra. Then you've learned something. I just had a thought that pulled me right out of the chakra. And I'm immediately like, oh, that was not a trusting thought. I don't trust that thought now. And return to this. And I'm just feeling the energy naturally dive down into my navel. And I'm going to go with it. Oh, yawa badaboodaba. Feeling this fire, feeling the fire in your navel. Feel what inhibits it, if anything. Wonder how you can use that tension to help you burn hotter in a good way, in a safe way. Find your power. Prepare for changes. Be open to them. If you don't believe something exists or can exist, it's hard to find it. Sometimes you have to believe before you know. Shift to the third eye. Huh. I can feel my thoughts pulling me out of it. There's a clearer, higher vibe to stay present with, and letting go of the thought to feel the vibe and be open to thoughts that are in tune with the vibe. It's good. Heart. Oh, my heart's just here. It's just here. That's good work. I invite you to stay present with your heart for a while. If you would like to learn more about the 12 chakras, chakra keys, and how to work with them, you can purchase the book, The Chakra Keys, at www.wildflowerfire.com.